back to Hawk Talk, everyone. This is Season 2, Episode 6. Hope everybody's hanging in there. Again, by now, we're probably in the second, third week of training. We're back together in small groups, but we're still waiting to come together as a full team. So hopefully we'll be together like that soon, practicing. If you're watching this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you have any questions, you can email timfield@anselm.edu. Any episode ideas or anything like that, don't be afraid to shoot them our way. We're always looking for stuff like that. Also follow us on our Instagram page at St. Anselm Men's Soccer. And if for some reason YouTube isn't working for you, we got Podbean and Apple Podcasts as well. So today we're changing it up. We've had 2 episodes in a row now where we've had Meet the Freshman episodes, but now we're bringing on some of our returning players. So we'd like to welcome 2 of our very key pieces of our team. We have sophomores Kyle White and Jackson Bukunt. So guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows a little bit about you, Kyle is a finance major from Danvers, Mass. He attended Danvers High School along with our teammates Kevin and Spencer. He was a 3-sport athlete there, captain, co-MVP of the soccer team. He also played club soccer for Aztecs. Just so everybody knows, before I give like the intro, I text the guys to make sure all the info is correct. And Kyle wanted me to add that he's a very good dancer. So just so you guys know, he's a very good dancer. For Jackson, he's a finance major as well from Upton, Mass. He attended Nipmuc Regional High School, where he was a 3-time Mass All-State selection, Central Mass D3 MVP, Conference MVP twice, a Central Mass Division champion 3 times, and a Mass Division III state champion once in 2017. Fun fact for him, he concluded his varsity career with 71 goals and 33 assists. And he played club soccer for FC Stars, where he served as a captain for 4 years and helped his team reach the national semis in 2017. So Kyle is a center mid, maybe a little defense next fall. We're going to go into that in a little bit. And Jackson's a forward, plays a little bit on the wing as well. But both of these guys definitely had huge roles for us as freshmen last year, and we're hoping that they keep growing, progressing, and are going to be an even bigger part of our team next fall. Tim?
So, hey, guys, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. And, Zach, you mentioned that by this point, we're probably 2 or 3 weeks into training, and my hopes is we're actually training as a full team by the time everyone's listening to this. That's the plan as of now. So, hey, guys, it's really weird, but Zach and I realized something today, that when you finish this semester, you're going to be halfway done with college. You'll still have 3 years of eligibility. Let me just throw that out there, should you want to go into graduate school. But I'm going to ask you a question that I ask everyone, and it's going to require you to think back some years. And maybe we'll start with Kyle first, because, Kyle, I'm not sure you even had a choice. But what attracted you guys to St. Anselm College, and why did you end up coming here? So, Kyle, why don't you lead us off?
I guess originally I heard about the school from my sister. Obviously, my sister goes here as well, so that was a big point when I wanted to come here. But I guess I just liked the campus and everything that they had to offer me. And when I met the team, they were really welcoming. So that kind of led me to pick the school.
And then Jackson, what about you?
Pretty similar to Kyle. Didn't have a sibling that goes here or anyone, but I just loved the team right off the bat. Everyone was welcoming, had a great time. Between you and Bruno too, you guys were welcoming, and definitely showed that you wanted me here, and that meant the most to me.
So, and I remember your first official visit, and I think I don't know if it was a Saturday morning that we came into the office, and you were sitting outside our office to talk to us because you were so excited. So that was a good day for us. So, hey, now that you're in your second year, even though it's not really a second year of playing, but it's a second year of training and lifting and being with us and everything, you guys have seen a lot of players that have grown both as players and as people. And the program hopefully has grown as well. But Jackson, let me start with you. Since your first exposure to our program, what have you seen? What's changed the most, and what's really impressed you so far?
Just definitely the future our team holds over everything. A lot of young guys, and it was very surprising the change of pace. And at first, it definitely was tough to adapt to. But as a whole, we've overcome it and made some big steps. But we're hoping to make some even bigger ones, as we summed up the other night.
And then, Kyle, what about you?
I think just the maturity levels of our team has got a lot higher. Everyone has a lot more driven and has like goals that we're working towards. So I think that's more important now.
Good answer. I like that.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. And I also think like our team mindset, like not even individually, but just we kind of have a collective mindset of where we want to be as a unit. Something I wanted to ask you guys that you guys are probably learning. Tim mentioned it, as you guys are going to be like halfway done college. Like you guys are going to see, even as you get in the next couple of years, time flies wicked fast. And I actually I actually name each episode. I have like specific title that kind of like relates to what we're going to be talking about. So this episode is called Time Travel. And the reason for that is because you guys are literally going from freshmen to juniors on the pitch. Like you're skipping a whole year in between. You're like leaping and going from like a little freshman that just kind of joined and wasn't really sure what the next 4 years are going to hold. And now you guys are going to be like experienced, like veterans that people are looking up to, you know what I mean? So, but that's just what we have to deal with because like, although we lost a year and it stinks, like that's just what we got to deal with. COVID's taken a year out of all of our lives, but we just kind of roll with that. But what are your guys' thoughts? Kyle, you can go first on this one. What are you guys' thoughts of going from freshmen to upperclassmen, juniors that are going to be leaders, have bigger roles on this team?
I think it just shows us that we got to grow up a little bit faster now, that we got to take like a bigger role than we thought we were going to have to our second seasons, which is good for us, I think, but it's definitely going to be a little challenging just trying to grow up and be leader to the younger kids.
Yeah. Would you agree with that, Jackson?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We just have big shoes to fill. And it's a big step, but we're ready to overcome it and get to work.
So, guys, Zach and I are going to split this up. I'm going to ask Kyle a question, and then Zach, you can ask Jackson the next question after that. But Kyle, we kind of hinted at the fact that you're mainly a defensive center midfielder, and that's ideally where we want to play you. But this team is absolutely loaded with defensive center midfielders and attacking center midfielders. So between you, KJ, Taylor, Pat, Logan coming on board, Zach can play there, Josue can play there. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Add in the fact that we're graduating a center back, a part-time center back, full-time outside back. We had a center back transfer away. There is a chance that you are going to get to learn to love a new position. So you and I have talked about it a couple of times, and we've kind of joked about it. And you know, we don't know what the future is going to hold. But what does something like that, like, kind of explain to people listening what the proposition of you taking the position that you've played most of your career and now learning a new one? What is that like?
I guess it's a little challenging. Just changing your view of the field from where you're standing on the field kind of like is a difficult challenge to get over. But I guess just trying to adapt and do what I can for the team to put us in the best situation to win is important.
So, and I will add this so everyone knows this. You have had a very difficult club coach most of your career. You were in the same situation that my daughters were in. And I believe I've seen you playing as one of three center backs in a 3-5-2 under Coach Jed's formation. Is that correct?
Yeah, I played center back for the majority of my final club season.
So, and I will say the first time that I got to see you play in a full club type game was actually a men's league game. And I think you were playing center back with JP, which would have been kind of cool to see happen. But, you know, JP had to go out there and graduate and stuff like that. So the nerve.
Yeah.
So as Tim was saying, we don't know what the future holds. We don't know if we're even going to need you in that spot, but definitely glad we got some versatile players on the team that can play multiple positions. I think that's like a thing that people are forgetting is like valuable now with everybody trying to focus on one position. So it's good that we can have you at either spot on the field. Moving on to Jackson.
And wait a minute, Zach, if I can jump in, because you just said something.
Yeah.
And I do know, because I coach 2 U17 teams, and some of those guys listen to this. Listen to what Zach just said. You want to play at a high level at college, you better be able to play more than one position, because guess what? Everyone can play center mid.
Right.
Okay. You need to be able to play elsewhere. And that's one of the things that attracted us to Kyle, is we knew we could put him other places if we had to. Same with Jackson, same with Zach. That's part of being a all-around solid player. You don't have to be a goalkeeper, but you should play the other 10 positions.
Right. And I think another big piece of that is being able to play multiple spots. It gives you more of a chance to be out on the field. Like last year, we had some injuries. Kyle hopped in after a couple games of coming off the bench. He ended up starting 9 out of the last 10 games, I think. Started 9 out of 16 overall, and the other ones he didn't start, he got a ton of minutes. And I think that might have happened if, say, JP had gone down last year. We could have thrown Kyle back there next to Quinn or something like that. You know what I mean? So just having that versatility is definitely important, helpful to the team, as Kyle was saying. But now moving on to Jackson. Jackson, a little bit different. He came in last year, played 15 out of 16 games, and most was our first sub off the bench, which is a little bit different than teams past. We'd never really had guys that could come off the bench and have a big impact like Jackson did. Jackson won our 12th Man of the Year award at our banquet last year. And for me, I got to watch him from the sidelines last year with my injury. So in my opinion, just getting to watch you play every game, I really think you stepped up, especially in the second half of the season. You started getting involved with goals and stuff. You finished the year with 3 assists. 2 were in the last game against Assumption, where he came from behind and won. And then you also had that goal taken away from you at St. Mike's, which was a load of crap. But how do you think you can come back next year, kind of elevate your role on the team, maybe put some goals in? What ways do you think you can help more? Do you have any goals you want to strive for?
Yeah, definitely. One of the biggest things last year for me was just confidence. Coming as a freshman is very difficult, obviously. So that's one thing why I always try to give the freshman advice, don't be timid, go in there knowing you're here for a reason. And I felt like probably midway through the season, that's when I felt my confidence get back. But even though my confidence was there, I feel like my finishing was off. But that's something I've been working on, and now it's getting a lot better. And even this past fall, when we were just practicing as a team, I felt like I was putting goals in the net that I wouldn't have my freshman year. And then being able to gain a little bit of weight and hold my own out there will help a ton.
So Jackson, you mentioned something, and we always talk about this as coaches, but you said you gained a little bit of weight. How much weight have you gained? Because you look like you've gained about 20 pounds, and unlike the weight that I tend to gain, it's all muscle.
I appreciate that. I've been definitely working on it because, like I said, freshman year, I just felt like I was getting thrown off the ball a lot, and gained about 20 pounds, but I also started cutting last year. So I made sure once I started eating healthy and not eating fast food all the time and crappy foods, that's why I really noticed the difference in just my energy alone. I feel like I could use my muscle to a maximum versus just wasting any muscle I had before.
So I'm curious, is goulash considered junky fast food, or is that good food? Because you might have 18 or 19 guys pretty irritated with you if you call that junky food.
No, whenever I see that, I always hop on it. It's,
okay, good. Because I've noticed it put a little weight on Mikey B too, so it must be the goulash. That's what I'm missing.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have it as much anymore. We only had that twice this year so far.
Wow. How about the fettuccine? Yeah. Fettuccine Alfredo, are they still doing that?
Yeah, they do, but it's not falling off. It's not as good as it used to.
Oh, man. So, all right, guys, now comes the best part of the episode, at least in my opinion, and I think Zach's opinion too, but it's the lightning round. I know you guys have seen multiple episodes. You know how this lightning round works, but let me explain it to you just in case. We're going to ask you guys some somewhat rapid fire questions, and we don't want you putting too much thought into your answer. It's more of a quick answer type situation. We'll ask each of you the same question most of the time. Sometimes we may switch it up. And every once in a while, I tend to throw in a bonus question, which I don't know, Zach, can we still call it a bonus question if I've done it 20 times in a row? So you guys ready for this?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Kyle, why don't you answer this one first? Okay. Zach brought this up and we wanted to make sure everyone knew this. You're a good dancer. Okay. But besides yourself, who's the best dancer on the team?
I'll have to go with Johnny Alice. He can really get down.
Okay. Jackson, same question to you. Besides yourself, who's the best dancer on the team?
I have to go with is Mikey B a good answer? Is that allowed?
You know what? We'll count Mikey B. He is taking a gap year, but we can still count him.
Oh yeah, he gets those locker rooms kind of rowdy.
Okay. Zach, as long as you're sitting there, let me ask you the same question. Best answer, go.
I mean, from what I've seen, it's probably Mike. Kyle does a dance every Friday on the Snap story, which we love to see. I actually haven't seen one in a little bit, so
yeah, it's coming.
Might have to bring those back.
It's coming up. Don't worry.
All right, good. My first question for you guys. Let's go, Jackson. Start with this one. Who's your favorite athlete and why? And if it's a soccer player, if it's not a soccer player, give us your favorite soccer player too. So athlete and soccer player.
I'd have to go with Paul Pogba. I've always loved him, even when he was on Juventus. Just because he's overcome so much. He goes through so much injuries. He's gone through so much crap from the media, just getting piled on. And he's so good with his feet, like incredible vision. There's a lot of potential there. So I just love watching him.
And Kyle?
My current favorite athlete is probably Marcus Rashford. I just like watching him. It's a lot of fun.
So Zach, pitch in. Who's yours?
Geez. I mean, soccer, I definitely love Pogba as well for a long time, just because like he's a center mid player, so he does a lot in terms of he's kind of like pass first. He likes to set up his teammates, and I kind of like to do that as well. I like to score, don't get me wrong, but like I also like to, set my teammates up well, and I think he does that a lot. But athlete in general, I grew up being like a huge Paul Pierce fan. When he was on the Celtics, he was just like my idol growing up as a kid. And he went to Kansas, so that's why I'm a big Kansas fan now too. So he probably had the most impact on me growing up.
So I'm going to throw this out there just so we can go 4 for Man United. My favorite of the modern era, Wayne Rooney, without a doubt. That guy was just relentless, and I loved watching him play. Maybe today, Luke Shaw. Or Bruno Fernandes. What do they all have in common? I don't know. So, guys, I know you love soccer. And Kyle, we'll start with you on this one. But besides soccer and getting to hang out with the team, and Bruno and I, obviously, what's your favorite thing to do on campus?
Ooh, on campus? That's a tough one. I couldn't really give you something on campus to do. I like playing basketball, so that would be one.
Jackson?
Yeah, I'd probably have to go with basketball or working out. That's basically my two hobbies right there on campus.
Next question, guys. Jackson, what was your favorite memory from 2019 season?
2019 season, definitely that Assumption win.
And for you, Kyle?
Yeah, I'd probably go with the Assumption win as well.
Definitely. That was a good way to wrap up the season. I'd also throw in the OT win against New Haven. That was pretty hype.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are both comebacks too, if I'm not wrong.
I
think they were, yeah.
One again?
Guys, I'll give you a different one, only because of the time and trouble involved in it.
Yeah.
The return to St. Mike's was pretty special too.
Oh, yeah.
Although, Jackson, we still feel bad that
You know, we
The game
smacked.
went 68 minutes, 19 seconds before they called it. By the way, NCAA says 69 minutes is a complete game, and took away your first college goal. But that's okay. We'll let you score a bunch more.
Yeah, it just make me want it even more.
So, all right, guys, you're both finance majors, right?
Yes.
So besides GameStop, where do I need to invest my money right now? Kyle, go ahead first.
Maybe like pharmaceuticals or something like that. They seem to be going a little weird today, which was attractive to me.
Jackson?
I personally go for like the long-term safe investments, but if you're looking for the short-term stuff, I'd probably agree with like pharmaceuticals right now are killing it, and then a lot of the car industries have been doing pretty well. If you find the right one, like Tesla right now, that's a good one to invest in for like this under a year.
So Jackson, I'm more with you real quick, Zach, is the long-term stuff. But I got to tell you something I learned in 2020, food and grocery stores. You can make a lot of money off of that during the pandemic. Yeah. And we'll just leave it at that.
My last question for you guys, doesn't matter who answers this, you can both jump in. We heard that you guys played against each other before you came together as teammates at St. A's. You guys want to tell us about some of those matchups in club and stuff like that?
Man, well, obviously Aztec won every time. It was pretty easy games, you know. It's Johnny, Kevin, and I against Jackson. I don't think we played Brian, but they were some fun games. They definitely ended with some good results.
You think so, Jackson? You're gonna take that?
When we were younger, they had a few studs, so they'd always beat up on us. But then as we got to like late middle school, early high school years, I feel like we kind of took over. But then at the end of high school, we didn't play much because we went ECNL, so we didn't play any of their teams except in State Cup. But we never ended up meeting them in that matchup.
Well, I got to say, FC Stars is a special program with wonderful coaches. So, all right, guys, here's my bonus question for you. And it's going to be another one of these fun ones that you guys can just both jump in at the same time. Which one of you is stronger? And I need numbers to prove it.
Oof. I know Jackson can bench more than me. I'm not sure about anything else, though. I don't think we've ever tested that.
Yeah, we've only benched together once. That's only like.
And he definitely beat me there.
Come on, you guys don't know your squat number, deadlift number, stuff like that?
I don't go heavy on squats. I do front squats for like high reps. So,
yeah. Zach, what you need to teach these boys? You need to get Colin Kane in with them. He'll throw 400 on the bar and just pick it up like it's nothing.
Kyle definitely cleans more than me. I haven't cleaned in a little bit, but freshman year I could not do it. I was so bad at cleaning. I look over and Kyle was always putting up like 20 more pounds than me.
Nice. And Jackson, what is that bench number right now, if you don't mind saying?
I just went max the other day for 245.
Nice.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming on. We really appreciate that. Hope you guys had fun. We did. So in the meantime, keep going to class, keep doing the right thing, stay out of trouble. See you guys soon. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks, and protect the nest.
All right, guys. So thank you, everyone, for watching that episode. If you're watching on YouTube, you could like, subscribe, leave a comment with any future episode suggestions. If you have any questions as well, you can email Tim Field, TIMFIELD @anselm.edu. Go follow us on Instagram, especially when we're in the season. You're going to want to follow that so you keep up to date with us. You can also check out our podcast on Podbean and Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.